There's this new book called How Pleasure Works by Yale professor of psychology Paul Bloom. And Dr. Bloom has been described by Harvard psychologist Steven Pinker as among the deepest thinkers and clearest writers on the science of mind today. So Paul Bloom makes this point in his new book, How Pleasure Works. Freud claimed that when you meet a human being, the first distinction you make is male or female. You're accustomed to making the distinction with unhesitating certainty. This is true for me, at least. I get emails from strangers with foreign names. When I can't tell whether the sender is a man or a woman, it is oddly unsettling. It doesn't matter. I have no intention of mating with them, but it does. When we see a baby in a diaper, the first question that many of us ask is it a boy or is it a girl? And making distinctions between men and women, adults and children, Jew and non-Jew, sacred time such as the Sabbath and secular time, distinctions between human and animal, God and creation. These are the essence of Judaism, and there's a war out there, mainly coming from the left, to try to obliterate distinctions, such as the distinction between men and women. So now we've got the transgendered, and they may be born with female genitalia, but some of them will want to dress and act like men and go to male bathrooms. And so we no longer use sex as the word to distinguish between men and women. We use gender because gender is a social construct, while sex is a biological difference. So despite all the scientific evidence proving how different male and female brains are, we still have a lot of left-wingers, particularly academics, arguing that boys play with trucks rather than dogs because they're socialized that way. And as Prager writes a column on this, that is why on the left changing the definition of marriage is only worth a shrug, since there are no inherent differences between men and women. What differences could it possibly make whether a man marries a man or a woman? Or if a child has two fathers or two mothers or a father and a mother?